Hey guys, this is Brandon. I uploaded a video probably about 3 years ago documenting my experience with my microdiscectomy surgery for my L5-S1 disc herniation. I'm pretty sure I went over a lot of what that one was in my previous video, so I'll just kind of be focusing on what I was kind of feeling throughout that, and then also the new development of a reherniation. So let's dive into it. Now, I think that the last video I did was when I was probably a month or so outside of my surgery, and unfortunately I didn't keep going. That was a pet peeve of mine when I saw people's videos updating others about their procedure, is that they didn't go further or have an update past, just right after the surgery. And the reason why I want to do that is because it was a really hard journey getting to where I am today. 3 years post-op, really great last 3 years or so. And as much as I want to say I went into it with 100% chance of success, I did not. The surgeon did tell me before the procedure that I was going to have about 90% success rate of this, and then afterwards she told me that it was actually much more than she thought it was going to be, and my chances went down to 60% success. I was a little, I don't know if I would say heartbroken. I think I was just focusing more on the fact that my pain had gone away. It was crazy. I spent the next month and a half to 2 months just making sure I didn't bend, lift, or twist, because that is so crucial in the healing process to not be doing that or doing anything excessive, doing what is told of you, and then going into physical therapy, which was really nice for me. I would say after that, I didn't have that same sciatic pain that I had going into that first surgery, which was excruciating. I couldn't sleep in a bed. I couldn't take a shower without taking a bunch of pain medication. Just regular, like ibuprofen and that stuff. It wasn't anything excessive, but it was excessive for me as someone who was so active. The disc reherniated. It's really rough because you never want to be that statistic of people that the surgery failed. You don't want to have to tell people again of what you're going through, leave work again, which is what I've done. And as someone who likes to be really self-sufficient, it's really hard. I will say that from the post-op until now, I was really good. I slowly started integrating yoga back in, a little bit of jogging, nothing too crazy. Dance classes. I'm not like an insane dancer, so I wasn't like doing any backflips or anything. I will say that the pain did come back kind of intermittently every 4 to 6 months, and it would just feel like a slight strain, and then a little bit like how it felt before, but nothing like the original. But I would just kind of pause my workouts, and then when I felt like I was kind of over that, then slowly get back to it, just because I wanted to lose weight and get fit again and do all this stuff after this. But then about a month ago, the pain didn't go away. I had got the little strain, I was taking it easy. But then when I was at work, it was just getting progressively worse and worse. I was able to do, full shifts before, and then just 6 hours, 4 hours. And there'd be times when, sometimes I lay on the back to reset, but then I couldn't get back up. And it was embarrassing. I went to 2 different doctors to see kind of what was going on. One of them was a surgeon. One of them is a pain management specialist. Each of them has their own specialties, so it's no surprise that each one kind of had me go in a different direction. The surgeon was amazing. His name's Dr. Ghosty, I love him. He's the one that said, this is like a 9mm reherniation. And I don't really know how big the last one was, but it was like big enough for them to make a big deal about it. So he said that surgery is next on the menu, but he didn't push it on me like the first doctor I went to. This one went along with what I said about, how I wanted to do physical therapy first, maybe an epidural, and see what would happen. And he was supportive. I then went to the pain management specialist, who essentially gave me this huge game plan, which, managing the pain is his specialty, before going into anything big like surgery, which I fully understand. So his was basically epidural shot, nerve block to kind of see where the nerve was exactly hurting, and then like a nerve burn later on, where they would go in and high frequency essentially burn that nerve, and then it would regrow back, and then I need to do that again. Well, that seems like a lot of on and off time of uncertainty, a lot of money. The only regret I had from the first one is that I didn't do it sooner, and my quality of life is not as bad as it was the first time, but it's because I'm catching it. I'd say that's the most important thing, is listen to your body. a lot of people are going to tell you different things. They're going to say, you know, do this or try this therapy, or, you know, but when it comes down to it, it's your choice, ultimately, with the guidance of your physicians, and just what you feel and what you went through. You know, my whole thing is, if your quality of life is anything less than, like, I don't know, 60 or something percent, even then, like maybe even 70, like, is it worth it to just keep extending this, keep doing it, or go for surgery? Then again, surgery is like really scary, because you're like, I don't know, once you get surgery, you'll probably have to get another surgery at some point, especially if you reherniate your disc enough to where, like, there's not as much space. So then fusion, which is scary. In particular, today, my nerve has been really reactive, and it feels like something's choking my leg and my ankle. There's pain in my upper left buttock, which I felt was the reason why I wanted to make this video. It was just a perfect time in my time of vulnerability and pain, and not just like, oh, Brandon's here and like it's daytime and like he's having an amazing time. I'm not having an amazing time, and that's okay. I think it's also okay to, you know, accept it, kind of roll with it and see how you feel. You know, I've joined a lot of spinal degenerative type of like support pages on Facebook, and I talk to other people from work or other things that have had this. Hopefully these videos are helpful. I will try and do like an update maybe after my next doctor's appointment or something. If you're interested in that, let me know. I'm not an avid YouTuber here, but my goal is to be a little bit more consistent than what I've seen. Throughout all of it though, I really try to keep a very optimistic point of view, because I'm a very positive person and I like to talk to people and go out and all that. But yeah, so stay tuned. Like I said, I'm really going to try to be consistent. Stay positive.